There's a house at the end of Holloway Road. No one remembers who built it, and no one remembers who lived in it last. It isn't abandoned, but it isn't occupied either. It sits in a strange, timeless state, untouched by weather or decay. The wooden fence is unbroken, the garden is neatly trimmed, and the windows reflect the world with eerie clarity. The mailbox is empty, and the lights inside flicker on and off at odd intervals. But there are no signs of movement, no shadows shifting behind the curtains. And no one ever sees the front door open. Not unless it's opening for you. I grew up in a small town not far from Holloway Road. My grandmother was the first to warn me about the house, though she never explained why she was so afraid of it. She only said, "If you get too close, it'll know your name." I laughed it off at the time. She had always been a superstitious woman. She knocked on wood 3 times before making any decision, refused to sleep with mirrors uncovered, and swore that you should never answer the door at 3 a.m., no matter how much knocking you heard. But something in the way she spoke about that house was different. There was no humor in her voice, no gentle warnings meant to keep a child from wandering. She meant it. And the worst part? She never actually told me where the house was. I found out for myself. I was 16 the first time I saw it. It was a late autumn night, just after Halloween, when the air smelled like burning leaves and the sky was heavy with unseen clouds. My friends and I were out past curfew, walking the streets, talking about urban legends. We swapped stories about ghosts, cryptids, and unsolved disappearances. And then someone brought up the house that waits. That house at the end of Holloway. Luke said. The one that looks brand new even though no one lives there. Yeah, Mike added. It's, like, frozen in time or something. My cousin swears she knocked on the door once, and it opened on its own. No way, I said. Prove it, Luke challenged. Let's go there. Right now. We should have known better. The air felt different as we turned onto Holloway Road. The houses along the street were dark and quiet, tucked in for the night. But the house at the very end was waiting. The porch light was already on, casting a pale, sterile glow. The white curtains in the front window were drawn tight. The wind had died completely, leaving the night thick with silence. Even our footsteps sounded wrong, too soft, as if the pavement was absorbing the sound. I should have turned back then. But I didn't. The others hesitated at the edge of the sidewalk, muttering about how creepy it looked up close. But I, feeling stupidly brave, walked ahead. The porch steps creaked under my weight. The wood felt warm, almost like skin, despite the cold night air. I raised my fist and knocked. The sound echoed. Once. Twice. 3 times. Then. The front door swung open. The first thing I noticed wasn't the warm golden glow inside or the faint scent of old wood and vanilla. It was the silence. There was no hum of a fridge, no creaking of settling walls. It was the kind of silence that swallows sound whole. My breath felt too loud in my own ears. My friends bolted immediately, cursing and laughing as they ran down the sidewalk. But I stood there, staring into the house, my heart pounding. And that's when I saw them. The photographs. The walls inside the entryway were covered in framed pictures. Family portraits. Old, faded Polaroids. A man, a woman, and a child in various stages of life. I took a slow step forward, my fingers brushing against the wooden door frame. Then I saw the largest photo, the one hanging directly above the fireplace in the next room. A photo of me. It wasn't an old childhood picture. It was recent. Too recent. I was wearing the same hoodie, the same jeans. The only difference. In the photo, I was standing inside the house. A whisper brushed against my ear, impossibly close. "Welcome home." I ran. I didn't look back. I avoided Holloway Road for years. Told myself it was just a trick of the light, a prank, a misunderstanding. Then, last week, I came home for my grandmother's funeral. The night before the service, I found myself on Holloway Road again, driving slowly, my hands white-knuckled on the wheel. The house was still there, unchanged. But this time, something was different. A light was on in the upstairs window. And standing behind the curtain was a silhouette. I slowed to a crawl, my breath caught in my throat. The figure was motionless at first, barely visible behind the sheer white fabric. Then, it moved. The curtain shifted. And in that brief moment, I saw them. My own reflection. No, not a reflection. A copy. The figure in the window was me. Same face. Same tired eyes. Same funeral suit I was wearing right then. I turned off the car's headlights. My pulse pounded in my ears. My mouth was dry. Then, the porch light flickered on. The front door creaked open. The scent of old wood and vanilla drifted into the cold night air. And then I heard it again. That same whisper. Louder this time. More certain. "Welcome home."